organization, and all the proceeds today will go to the Second Opinion. So the Second Opinion provides second opinions to adults in California that are diagnosed with new or recurrent cancer. The goal is that every cancer patient has access to a second opinion in order to make informed decisions. They have no government support, they don't bill insurance or charge for their service. 100% of funding comes from foundations, corporations, and compassionate individuals like ourselves here today. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in August of 2018, triple negative with negative receptor. It's a very rare type of breast cancer. Very small percentage of breast cancer patients have this, and it's harder to treat than the estrogen type breast cancer. It tends to grow and spreads faster and has less treatment options. I started on my journey with my doctors, and there were lots of them. Medical oncologist, radiation oncologist, general surgeon, plastic surgeon, pathologist, you name it. I was quickly overwhelmed, as each doctor had an opinion, and a different opinion, as to how to start my treatment. One said surgery first, double mastectomy. Other doctors said chemo first, chemo then surgery, chemo followed by radiation, with no one of my doctors agreeing. So Ken, who you all know, my husband, who is my rock, and my best advocate, started researching for second opinions. He submitted my records to local hospitals, and in his research, he came across second opinion in San Francisco. So the second opinion took my case in 2 weeks. This timing was very important. As I mentioned, my type of cancer, triple negative, grows fast. So I didn't have long to wait without starting my treatment. So my meeting with the second opinion was with a panel of doctors that had studied my records and my first opinion. And it was a panel of about 7 doctors, kind of the ones I mentioned. They agreed with the diagnosis of triple negative, but they recommended changing the order of treatment to chemo first, all the chemo first. So I had 16 treatments of chemo. That was September of 18 through February of 19. I then had a double mastectomy. While the tumor was on the left side, I decided to go ahead and have a double mastectomy because of triple negative can come back. So I decided I would have a double mastectomy. And then after that, I had 25 radiation treatments. And I played tennis whenever I could to get my mind off of things. And I think Chris Pottis, that is here somewhere, remembers Milla and I coming after every one of my radiation treatments. I came out and took a lesson with Milla, with Chris, and again, helping me take my mind off of things. I submitted this new order of treatment to my local oncologist, and he agreed it was a good course of action. After all these treatments, I went into remission for 3 years. Unfortunately, in March of 2001, it came back. So reoccurrence again is very high with my type of cancer. So once again, I reached out to the second opinion, who recommended now I should be going to UCSF or Stanford, as I was now a stage 4 patient. And my second opinion, that first one, with the panel, was free. However, I'm fortunate enough to have the financial resources to pay for that opinion, the doctor's time, etc. So I asked about the cost, and I donated that amount. So I wasn't taking funds from someone who really needed the free assessment. What I needed was a second opinion that was quick, as I couldn't afford to wait months or my cancer would grow. It's a second opinion, as I stated, took my case in 2 weeks. The local hospitals, who my husband had submitted my records to, didn't get back to me until I was already 3 months into treatment. So that kind of tells you the difference between second opinion and then going to one of the large local hospitals. So I made it my mission to try and give back. Last year, I posted for my birthday a post on Facebook to raise money for the Second Opinion, and I raised $1,775. I told my best friend Milla, I really want to make a difference and continue to give back. Milla is my other rock behind my husband. She attended 13 of my 16 chemos. She drops off food, she checks on me always, and I just couldn't ask for a better friend. So I mentioned to Milla how I wanted to do more, and Milla ran with this. This tournament here. She's amazing. She has a big heart, and she never stops giving. This was no small feat, as you all know, to put this tournament together. So please, a big thank you for Milla Austin. I've talked about setting up a nonprofit in the future to help more local organizations like the Second Opinion, because there's a lot of smaller organizations out there and people that don't have the financial resources that I continue to hear. I'll mention them to Milla a lot and say, gosh, what about this? What about this? And so we're constantly thinking about how to help people. So please consider donating today if you haven't already. Again, all the proceeds go to the Second Opinion. Please help spread the word about the organization that's in San Francisco. And as for me, I am in a clinical trial at UCSF. I'm the first one in that clinical trial. So there's never been one. This is the very first one for my type of cancer, which is triple negative. There's going to be 168 in the trial. UCSF will have 10. I'm the first one. My husband, who's the researcher, has already helped with the clinical trial that they've been adding things as I go along. So the other participants in the trial will benefit from that. So, I continue the fight, and I'm sure I'll be in front of you later telling you how, fingers crossed, remission is coming. So, so thank you all for your time, and please donate. And all you warriors out there, I know there's a lot of you out there either going through this or have gone through this, and so continue the fight, because anything is possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna, for sharing. She's an amazing person who does everything.